It's done. Hello, folks. Welcome to One versus One Me, Sunday, 10 p.m. the new
10
time.
p.m.
Yes, I'm D. This is Cakes.
It is, yeah, that's correct.
How you been?
You know,
stuck on Warface, yeah.
Yeah, gaming. We've swapped.
Yes.
We've swapped.
Yeah,
all I've done is gaming. I've played like 14-hour days gaming, trying to keep my clan alive.
Trying in vain.
No, not in vain. Not in vain at all. Not in vain at all. It's doing good. I'm proud.
Yeah, Chris, how's it going, man? Yeah, you
Hello.
are first, or at least the first comment I've seen that's shown up. So, yo, Dan W, how's it going?
Hi, how is everyone? What y'all doing?
Yeah, what you's all up to? Because I mean, I've actually been quite busy. Like, I mean, for a change. So, how dare he? Yeah, I've been like writing scripts, and I've been going out on walks. Even unless it's been absolutely pissing down. Yeah, I've cut my hair, but I did that the other week. So
yeah. It's old news. Hiya, Tom.
Oh, that's not popped up yet. Hi, Tom.
Yo, Tom. Are we going to talk about your sunburn?
Well, no, like I say, it's gone now, but unfortunately it's left my head peeling, hence why my hair hasn't been shaved, because it would just get clogged up with
skin. You've got a 5 o'clock head shade.
Well, it's more 10 o'clock. No.
What's it called? 5 o'clock? Now. What's it
5
called?
5 o'clock shadow.
That's the one I was trying to think. Hiya, Dagan.
Chris has been touching himself. Was that because of my haircut, Chris?
Ooh. Whoa, Nelly. Careful now, boys. Careful now.
Well, we do know Chris is a bit on the effeminate side, so...
I was going to say fond of the gentleman, but sure, we can phrase it that way.
Yeah, no, I
thought
I'd really put it in a bit harsher. Yeah.
So
only because he keeps calling Star Wars gay. So.
Well, it is. I'm going to straight up apologise for my mellow, sombre attitude. It's purely because I know what's coming in the next few minutes and what we're about to talk about. So if I don't seem lively, you'll understand in a minute, but we'll do our normal how is everybody kind of normal stuff and make sure everybody gets in and before we explain why we're flabbergasted.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't think that I don't want to be here by the pissed off expression on my face. I do want to be here. Just as a pit in my stomach.
Want to be talking about this.
Yeah. No.
And this is the things where I should explain. I have no context to this whatsoever.
Neither do I.
Cake sent me a video and trigger alert. And that's the context.
And I never put trigger alert on anything. Like I if I'm sending it to D, he doesn't need to be warned usually. Get with it,
no. So prepare yourselves.
Yeah.
But it's an issue that's kind of close to things at the moment. So
it really is. It really is.
Yeah, well, again, it'll be interesting to find out how old this video is and that kind of stuff. But it seems pretty recent.
It does. I've seen recent TikToks of this guy, and he has the same hair, like very, very similar haircut in the pictures and stuff. So, he's super. He's super. I don't know who Ranty's is.
I don't know the I don't know the hernias part. I don't know what that's about. But Ranty, I think he's a Ranty flat Earth. He's a big, semi-biggish flat earther. He's infamous, at least.
Okay, Chris. Thank you for the context.
Oh wait.
Ranty is a full-time spastic.
Yeah, pretty much. He once claimed he got chemtrail burns for being out in the sun for 20 minutes, and he like took pictures of his face like all crusty and burnt and stuff, and he claimed it was after only 20 minutes exposure, and it was because of the chemtrails, and yet nobody else got this anywhere. Yeah, just him.
Nobody that work on like strawberry picking fields and things like that. Nobody has ever been subject to chemtrail burns. Just ranty. Okay.
Oh, we have an argument. This could come to fisticuffs in the chat. Hello, Vlad.
Oh.
Yeah, again, unfortunately, I will put up the very first chatlet. That was the very first thing that I can put up. I cannot go back any further than that on StreamYard. But no. I would never doubt Vlad's words. So.
I would never doubt Vlad's commitment. Like, let's be real here. Like, Vlad is committed to being first every time. I think that's why he's only ever had one kid. No. First to come. No.
Okay.
Never mind.
I'm sorry. To be fair, I was kind of thinking I didn't even realise Vlad was live. Apparently, he's ended his stream.
I didn't get a notification. Vlad, my friend.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I'm not sat around on my bed all day. I'm not like next to my phone all the time, so I don't hear the notifications. I don't check my phone all the time. So, yeah, I've been missing quite a lot.
I didn't get a notification, and I have the bell, but clearly YouTube hates us all. Jesus was a hippie. Okay, should we play this?
Yeah. If you want to set it up, and
yeah,
like I say, just this is not the purpose of this is not to trigger people, so please don't think that this is to just open up a little bit of discussion here, and I'll probably have a few digs afterwards. So yeah.
All right. What's up?
Right, I'll probably have a few digs
just let me know that you can hear it.
Oh, no, wait there.
What do we know?
I was going to say you had your sound up or something, so I can hear my voice.
I'll probably have a few digs
just let me know that you can hear it.
Oh, no, wait there. Yeah, no, I can. It's on a massive delay. I was going to say you had your sound up or something. I can hear my voice.
How do I mute this page? Let me know that
no.
Stop the thing.
Yeah, no, I can.
How do I mute this
Yo,
page?
Mick, how's it going? Yo, P, sorry as well, missed P. Dagan as well, how's it going? Bloody hell, we've had a load join since I've tried mucking.
Alright. Try again.
Right, sorry about that. Was that actually coming back to everyone else as well, or was that just me?
I could hear it after you said it.
Yeah. Right.
My bad. Try again. Right, it should work now, I think.
Right, sorry about that. Was that actually coming back to everyone else as well, or was that just me?
I don't understand. Oh, hang on. No, I know what I've done. I'm so sorry.
Just mute your mic, I think, should work.
No, because it's not coming through my mic. It's coming through that one there.
Right.
The YouTube page. Right. I think I've figured out the technology. Try again. This is not the tone I wanted to set.
No. Right.
Okay.
This child was probably 6 years old. And I was taking a picture of something, and the kid turns to me and goes, "Oh, are you Instagramming?" And first of all, how does the
technology? Why is the sound not coming through, D?
6-year-old know what Instagram is, which is terrifying.
I can hear it.
I was embarrassed because yes, I was, and it was a picture of my salad. And the 6-year-old girl goes, "Oh, how many followers do you have?" I have 125,000. No, it was almost as big as mine.
Really?
And I said, "Okay, little big dick. Why do you have so many followers?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm a cheerleader." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" And she shows me her Instagrams, which are like, first of all, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like, she's like sexy. She's like sexy.
You're disgusting.
I know. Listen, we've talked about pedophilia before.
Shane, like, do not say this. And like, I don't even want to talk about it. Like, you will get arrested. Like, he kind of can.
Listen,
he has this justification for pedophilia, and it's so disturbing. And like, I just pretend that he doesn't.
Okay, wait, no. Let me explain. Let me explain.
Oh God.
Here's my justification for pedophilia.
I can't.
Here's my thing. People have foot fetishes. People have fetishes about, everything. Fine, everybody do your thing. So why is it when somebody looks at Google's like naked baby on Google and jerks off to it, they can get arrested? I don't understand.
Because
Here's the worst part of it. I actually went to Google and I'm like, I don't want to see.
You could have been arrested.
I know, but I just wanted to see, like, okay, let me pretend like I'm a pedophile for a sec. So I typed in naked baby. First of all, they were sexy. Okay, back to the Instagram. So I look at this little girl's pictures, and she had makeup on. She had her tongue out. She was doing like the peace sign. She was doing the backflip.
Is she like Honey Boo Boo? Is she fat?
No, she was like a skinny little sexy 6-year-old.
Yeah, you might that. It's hard. Like I say, it's because you just got to wonder. Like I say, how that person has lived long enough to be able to say those things. Because he's obviously quite open about it. She'd obviously heard the story before.
So I'm going to assume that you don't know who Shane Dawson is.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Right. Shane Dawson is an internet personality. He's an actor, writer, comedian, director, makeup artist, musician. He basically made his fame on here on YouTube. He has 22.6 million subscribers, and his net worth is a lot. Let me get you his net worth.
I just
12 million is his net worth. So this man is hella famous.
Right. So was this just some sort of skit then, or something?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it is a skit.
Because it didn't sound like it to me. But that's what I mean. I have no context, and now finding out he's a comedian, I'm wondering if this is some sort of skit. But even if it is some sort of skit, it's a very, very sick idea of a skit, in my opinion. It's
not a skit because he announced an apology video as well.
Oh, we're sorry for going and looking at child porn and finding that those images sexy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. You keep your fame. You keep fucking making videos. What the fuck?
I know. Yeah. So he made an apology video. Now, obviously, I sent this to D, and it took me a couple of days to actually process what I just watched, because there's so many things in there to break down. There's the fact that the woman was okay with it. I don't think he was joking, P, because why would you announce it? Why would you put out an apology video about that? Why was he cancelled off YouTube?
And what's so funny about that?
Yeah. How is that even funny?
Like, see, this is the thing. Like, literally, if you find that funny, in my opinion, there is something very wrong with you. Very wrong with you. And this is what I'm finding now. It seems like all this paedophilia stuff, it just seems to be just one of those things now. Nobody gives a shit anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, well, to the point, like I say, where it's openly talked about by people we know.
It's sick.
And
it's absolutely disgusting.
And yet networkers are no. And being like not nice to people is a no and stuff. And yet, talk about paedophilia.
And how is this just a skit? Like, you don't have a skit with a co-host, especially not a co-host who says you need to stop because I know your views on this and you're going to get arrested. She didn't sound joking.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't sound
like I said,
joking.
both of them, as far as I'm concerned,
are in the wrong.
Shot in the face. Like her for being friends with somebody like that and knowing about it, and him for thinking it.
And why hasn't he been arrested?
Oh, they've been trying to make it a sexual orientation for many years. Dan W. Yeah, and it is a sexual orientation in the homosexual realms. There's an actual term for it. I can't remember what it was, but I saw it on a documentary. And yeah, there's an actual term for homosexuals that go after underage boys, and it's a well-known thing. This is something that's well known amongst the homosexual realms. It's just it's obviously not talked about. You're muted.
I kept muting because I know you can hear Dan and he's talking, and it's very difficult to host an internet show when there is background noise. But I don't know any gay people who practice in that or have anything to do with that. So I think blanket statementing gay people that probably isn't.
No, like, I'm not saying they're all into that. I'm just saying it's well known about in gay circles. Like, there is a term for it. It's that, I mean, this is nothing new. This is not new information, and this is why it's always been known that gay people are more prone to being pedophiles. It's because more gay people are pedophiles.
I mean, I haven't
it's like
heard
there are
that
way more young
statistic.
boys preyed upon than young girls. Way more when it comes to that side of things. But when you're talking, when you're talking about
stuff
more,
like that, really, aren't we?
When you're talking about the family side of things, then you're getting, I think, more into the females being abused early. But when you're talking about the generic gay, then it's more likely to be paedophile than a heterosexual male, apparently.
See, now, from what I know of that, they're not openly gay people. From the way you've just put that there, they're not. That it seems like the more closeted gay people. But
this was a thing. Like I say, it was. There was. I mean, if you're old enough out there in the audience, you'll remember the old handkerchief thing, symbols and stuff. The gays had a whole system of working out sexual proclivities through handkerchiefs and how they wore the handkerchief, and there was a handkerchief fold set up for somebody who's looking for young boys, and these people went openly out into clubs and the gay scenes. So like I say, it's maybe it's gone a bit more underground nowadays, but certainly 10-15 years ago, 20-30 years ago, very much so.
Okay. I mean, I'm not really aware of that at all, because the gay, I kind of base gay on the gay people that I know. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's foolish of me, because it's not as broad, you know. It's not as broad as, I can't work out the way I want to.
No, unfortunately, that video kind of does knock things out of you. It does.
It does. It really does, because that is disgusting. Honestly, that is disgusting, and I don't see how P can defend that kind of joke.
Quite possibly just to be controversial himself, but like I say, it could be a serious. Oh wait, maybe he just made a joke. There was actual things to complain about that matter. I don't.
But the thing is that when you make a joke about that, you humanize that behavior, and you almost make that behavior okay. That even if it doesn't seem like a joke at all, it really doesn't seem to be set up as a skit.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. And even there was the guy who wrote Rick and Morty. I mean, he actually did do a skit, and I literally boycotted Rick and Morty. I stopped watching it as soon as I saw the skit that he did.
Oh, really?
It's a sick one. I mean, again, go and look at this up one for yourself. Rick and Morty pedophile skit. It's just, yeah.
I don't think the internet should be banned until you're 18, 21, Dan. Not you, Dan. Different Dan. I don't think it should.
No, again, it's not about being banned. It's about being brought up to use any tool responsibly. I mean, if you were brought up around guns, you'd expect to be taught how to use and look after and like safely be around them. So
yeah. I mean,
yeah, this is unfortunately a case where technology's got ahead of our mental evolution into the technology, basically. And then I'm certainly not talking about any. What?
Are you actually being stupid? Joke.
Oh,
okay. All right, Pete. In this context, though, it does, and it could. That is a highly
like I say,
ridiculous thing to say, P. Don't be a moron.
Right, and all right, I'm not going to say completely ban any kind of joke on the subject, but all I'm going to say is make fucking plainly fucking sure the audience know it's a fucking joke, to even think about it, if you know what I mean. But, not do some deadpan skit like that.
Hang on a minute, because he didn't even try to joke. He tried to justify paedophilia. He tried to justify paedophilia and make it seem normal. Oh, people have foot fetishes, therefore you can stick your dick in a baby. No, fuck off. Fuck off. That is justifying behaviour.
Yeah, no, yeah, it is one of the main ones that people go to. Sorry, Cakes. I thought you stopped if you were going to carry on, go for it.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, you froze. Oh, go on. Are you back? You're back now.
Oh, I don't know what you heard.
It's hard to know. Because I was then paying attention more to Mick's comment there.
Oh, okay. I'm an angry woman, so I can't see the truth. All right, P, if you say so.
But no, well, see, this is the thing, right? The last time paedophilia was opened up to as a serious conversation to the public, and people were supposed to take it seriously. What the paedophiles did was they went out and they told all the paedophiles quite openly which professions to go into so they could have best access to kids. That's what happened last time it was opened up as a public discussion. So yeah, no public discussions. It's wrong. Never. You need to get shot in the face if you even think about it.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I don't know if you heard what I said, but I said that it's not a joke when you're openly trying to defend something or think of a reason why it's okay. Once you there is a line that you can cross, and once you cross that line, it is no longer a joke. It's not a joke at all once that line has been crossed, and he crossed that line.
I'm still not convinced it's a joke. I'm not convinced it's a joke.
I'm not convinced, because I've seen Shane Dawson do very, very serious things, and I've seen him as a comedian, and have seen him do very, very serious things, and he sounded like he was being very, very serious. But obviously, P, if this is one of your internet idols that you sit in the corner and masturbate to, I could understand why you'd want a white knight and jump to his defense, even though he's not here and you're never going to meet him. But yeah, you do that, P. But I'm just an angry woman who will never know the truth. Okay, awesome.
Oh, I think you hit a nerve there, P.
It did, because paedophilia isn't a joke.
No, it isn't. Well, no,
so
it's not.
Of course.
It's not. And again, like I say, I mean, I've obviously had a few words to say about this over the past few days or week or whatever, however long it's been.
Mick just said jokes are used to desensitize, and that's exactly what I tried to say. I don't know if you guys heard me say that, but even if it was a joke, even if he didn't mean it, it's still making it seem okay and humanizing it, making it and this is the issue I have with pansexuality. You guys know that I'm all for gays, lesbians, etc. I'm all for it, but I draw my line at pansexual. I draw my line
at that. That's where you'll sleep with anything, isn't it? Not just anyone, anything.
Yeah, frying pans and frying pans is the joke because it's pansexual, but yeah, it's where you'll sleep with literally anyone and anything, but that does include children. Fucking slam the door.
Yeah, I think that's how they tried to get the old paedophilia into the LGBTQ thing under the pansexual umbrella.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's no. banning a topic from conversation is worse than abusing a child?
Well, no, not when that topic's been decided. Paedophilia is bad. They all need to be shot in the face. Where's the conversation going to go from there?
How is banning a topic from conversation worse than abusing a child? Am I being a snowflake? Like,
for many topics, I'd agree. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, all right, completely banning the topic, fair enough. Like, I mean,
but how is that worse than the? How is that worse than the actual act? How is that worse than the act? We could talk about murdering somebody, but if I went and stabbed somebody, that's worse than talking about it. I don't understand. Well, I don't understand that comment.
Right. My understanding of that comment is he's basically saying by pushing it underground, it's going to allow it to happen more often and to more children. So you're not just by banning the topic and ignoring it, you're basically going to cause more harm. I think that's what I took from it. That's it.
But hang on, because if there's been many studies that show that paedophilia is a sexual orientation. It is a genuine sexual attraction and a chemical makeup in your brain, the same way that gay and lesbian is.
Apparently so, yeah.
There have been many studies that say that, right? So surely if you have in 100 people, one of those people is a paedophile, by not talking about it, that one person is still going to be a paedophile, and those 99 other people are not going to be a paedophile, right? If we go by that same logic, like,
well, no, yeah, but then you're missing out the fact, like I say, that by ignoring that person, he could more likely be able to actually offend. So out of every 100, that one person may not offend, but out of every 10,000, one of those people might offend. And if you completely ignore the subject, it could go up to 2 or 3 people might offend because it's not being talked about. So it's not seen as being bad. And again, I'm not trying to justify it here. No, I know you're not. And again, I'm just trying to say, look, all right, my blanket statement of banning the topic or whatever was probably a bad one to make, because as long as it's going on, it has to be in the conversation. But it's what I think is the topic of what needs to be done to them is over as far as I'm concerned. Shot in the face, because there is no cure, like you say. It's if so what, you're just going to lock them up forever, or let them out on house arrest and hope, cross your fingers that they can resist the urge? Well, yeah, exactly. I mean,
no, so I'm going to bring vegan into this for a minute, and you're going to be like, how are you bringing vegan into it? So as a vegan, I hate things being tested on animals, and it's always been a thing in my brain. Like, why aren't we testing things on convicted pedophiles? You know, make their fucking life that they've been given by their parents actually worth something, and test shit on them, and then just fucking inject them, or, you know, cut their throats or whatever, hang them up like a pig.
See, but the problem with that kind of thinking is, unfortunately, it does leave you open to where do you draw the line. Do you start doing that with murderers, rapists?
Yeah, exactly. No, I know it does. I know it does.
People who call you names.
And the also problem is what if how would they go about doing that because of our human rights? They could then say, well, anybody is a paedophile, and without proof, and strip us of our human rights. It's very difficult.
Well, like I said, this is the thing. I mean, see, this is where paedophilia is different to murderers and rapists and that kind of stuff. If science is correct and they are like chemically induced to be that way, then, like I say, there is nothing you can do for it. You can't, like, locking them up's not going to help. Castrating them apparently is not going to help.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is the thing. It's not like a murderer who like, all right, some murderers, there may be imbalances and stuff, and there is some studies to prove that. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing that can be done to shoot him in the face. That's it. Like, there's
no, I agree.
way.
I agree. Hello, we have questions, and hello, Arnie. And I don't know if I actually said hello to Jed because I was cross at the time. But hello, Jed.
I waved
at
him. I put his comment up on the screen, and I did wave.
You waved.
But,
okay, all right.
But you were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt.
They say the elite kill babies and drink their blood, etc., etc. Well, I mean, if you drink Pepsi, you are drinking fetus. So enjoy your fetus drink.
It's just many more products than that.
Pepsi was the first one that come to my mind. Okay, D. All right.
Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to point out the fact that it's more than just Pepsi. Like, yeah.
Vlad says he's just pulled into the driveway. Freaking awesome trees and day at the beach. Check out my live streams if you haven't already. I'll definitely have a look, Vlad. And yeah, happy trees and day, you ungrateful colonials, for yesterday.
Whoa. See, this is the thing. Can you really celebrate the 4th of July as an American anymore when everything that war was fought for has been shat on recently?
Let me just defecate on your Bill of Rights.
I mean, really, honestly, I mean, I would be ashamed to be celebrating the 4th of July as an American at the moment.
For sure. So Chris says, so to you, P, what is the issue? Censorship of paedophilia or talking about it? And Vlad still has hope. But yeah, the other thing that struck me, whatever, in that video was how much makeup that I think she was 7-year-old girl had.
Yeah, 6 or 7, and that's the other thing as well. Yeah, I actually forgot to mention with the other stuff, 125,000 subs, whatever that is on Instagram. So 125,000 paedophiles are following her. Because I mean, not being funny, what the fuck else? Why would anybody be following a 6-year-old on Instagram? Why? What can anybody have in common who's above consensual age with a 6-year-old?
Nothing. But 6-year-olds, you have to be 14 to have an Instagram. I think it's 14. I personally think it should be 16 for
obviously
Instagram.
You don't, because it's a 7-year-old with an Instagram account. So.
Exactly. So I think as a parent, you have a responsibility to shield your parents, but at the same time, so people shouldn't be having those thoughts regardless. They shouldn't be. That's just wrong and disgusting.
Oh,
and I don't want to blame the parents for the people having those thoughts. But if you want to protect your child and don't want people to have those thoughts about your child, don't put them on the fucking internet. Like, don't put your kid out there. You guys, I don't think you guys have seen my son's face. I don't think you have, because I just don't think it's appropriate, and I don't think you need to see his face. But at the same instance, women get blamed for being raped when they wear what they want to wear, and I think that's wrong. I think I should be able to walk down the street wearing what I want and what I deem appropriate, and not be succumb to sexual assault. Not the like cat call or anything like that, and the shouting like "oi, oi," that's fine. That doesn't bother me. But I don't think a woman should be blamed for another man putting their hands on her. But
yeah, no, it shouldn't be blamed for it, but it shouldn't be discounted either, because unfortunately it's known that there are men out there that prey on that type of women.
But that's not the woman's fault.
Yeah, no, it's not the woman's fault. No, but at the same time, the woman has to realize what she's doing. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she has to realize it's her fault. I'm just saying she has to realize the situation, the added situation she's potentially putting on herself.
See, no, but I disagree. I disagree, because men.
No, it shouldn't happen. Yes, you are right. It shouldn't, but it does. That's the problem. So as long as it does, women have to bear responsibility.
I disagree. I see what you're saying, but I disagree wholeheartedly. I think these women need to raise better sons, and these dads need to raise better sons. I'm going to just real quick catch up with chat because it's pissed me off again.
Yeah, go on. I'll highlight what needs to be highlighted.
The issue is mass hysteria. We find one little thing someone did wrong and crucify them. We are rotten. Human nature is corrupt. Shane Dawson didn't do one little thing. This isn't a little thing. This is a validating paedophilia. That is not a little thing, P. Mars. Get your
It's not
head
even
out
that.
your
It's
arse.
not like he just validated it. From what he was saying, he has participated in it. He's gone off and looked at indecent images of young people and found it sexy. He is a paedophile. He should be imprisoned under the legal system, but under Dee's system, he should be shot in the face.
D and Cakes' system. I want in on that. What about authentic intent, P? Do you think he was in the wrong?
Yeah, I'm not completely clear on the what happened there, but apparently he's tied up with paedophilia in some way, and he's a big flat earther. He might have been trying to like use his position to score with underage girls or something when he was out and about doing his activism, possibly, but don't quote me on that.
The society is created by child abusers and systematically abuses children, so we're all responsible for that. I don't disagree with that at all in the slightest, P.
Yeah.
I really don't.
No,
I really don't. And I think having conversations like this helps. I like to think conversations like this helps. Maybe it will reach the person who needs to hear it most. You know, it probably won't, but one can dream.
I think killing paedophiles is about.
I think that's where we need to be.
Yeah.
Why is the kid on the internet at that age? I agree, Tom. Trudy, only family should be following her. Maybe 15 people. Anyone else has disgusting motives. No other reason is valid. Not even that. I don't think a child needs an Instagram account. Freddie doesn't need one. Freddie's the same age. Why the fuck does Freddie need an Instagram account? Why? If he wants to speak to any of my family, you either wait until you see them next, send them a letter, or you can phone them. You know, like, why do you need an Instagram? Fuck off. Some kids can make money on the internet and parents take their money. Yeah, look at Ryan's World. Ryan's World, he used to review toys, and now he's worth millions. Fucking millions. I think he's like the second richest YouTuber in the world, and he's 9. But his parents force him to do that. Like, force him to do it, and they use all of his money. True that, Dan?
Well, I mean, that's been happening for years, to be fair. I think apparently Macaulay Culkin, his parents used his money basically to go through their divorce and all that kind of shit. And by the time he got to be old enough, it was all gone because his parents had spent it. So yeah, that kind of stuff has been happening for as long as money was taken away from children, basically. I'm not sure they ever really had control over it ultimately, but
I'm not sure. Then P says, no one wants to take responsibility for anything. They just blame others. People debate paedophilia all the time online. So what? Firstly, there isn't a debate. There is nothing to debate. It is wrong. End of. Hi, Sue.
Hi. How are you?
How you doing?
Cakes?
I'm there, the camera look.
Oh, hiya. I'm looking at your beautiful face. That's what it is.
Thank you. I mean, I do too, so I don't blame you.
To your youngest brothers.
Okay.
He's in they had a very good night last night.
Okay.
And they need ice cream and help.
Okay. Right.
So.
Makes perfect sense.
Bye. Good night.
Bye, Sue.
Say hi for me. Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good. We love Sue.
Yeah, I was going to say, you'll love me, Mum, anyway. So.
We all love Sue. But yeah, there isn't anything to debate. It's wrong. They should be shot. That's that. 6-year-old in makeup has been American beauty pageant cultures for years. It's an American tradition. This is something else. I'm glad you mentioned that, Chris, because this was something else I wanted to mention.
And it's well known that pedos bloody follow it. And
exactly. What parent wants to parade their children around like they're a fucking debutante at a fucking ball and make them do all of these little things, work their asses off, wear false fucking eyelashes? Right? You men don't understand. Firstly, if you put the paedophilia to one side for 30 seconds, makeup makes your face itchy, it wrecks your eyes, wrecks your skin, the eyelash glue gets in your eyes, it stings, it hurts, it sucks. Why do you want to put your kid through that pain? I don't tweeze my eyebrows because I'm lazy, but they're tweezing little girls' eyebrows. The fuck are you doing? Get away. Leave it. Let the girl play in mud with a stick. You know?
Parents who make their kids participate in these things can also be added to the list of people to be shot in the face, because that kind of mentality needs to be ended.
Yeah, I shoot them. Don't like them. It's wrong.
Yeah, of course, people are allowed to have opinions and talk about sex. Yes, with other adults,
consenting adults.
I didn't think that needed to be added, but yeah.
I mean, P's here. It seems like P's here trying to justify paedophilia. So who the fuck knows what I've got to add to this? I don't, and I thought you were intellectual, P. I don't understand how you're on this side of the debate. This makes me question your integrity.
Well, P, like I say, he has said, sorry, not like I say, P has said himself, he will often jump on the opposite side of what everyone else is saying just to provoke the conversation. So I'm not so sure P actually believes this, but unfortunately, yeah, I am losing a bit of respect for him tonight, because this isn't the kind of thing you fuck around with. So if this isn't your honest, true opinion about it all, then everything's a free speech issue. Everything's a free speech issue.
I was about to say, I don't see how it is a free speech issue, because I've not tried to say that. How do I phrase this? I haven't said that this discussion doesn't need to happen, and I said that this is an important discussion. So I don't see how this is a free speech issue at all. But words do abuse children.
Well, and it's not even that, but looking at images, indecent images of children, does harm children, because by looking at them, you are creating a market for them.
Validating paedophilia.
You really are, like I say, you're on the verge of getting yourself banned, and I really don't want to do that. But like I say, there is this one subject, unfortunately, that hits my nerve, and it's the one thing that needs to be taken away from this free speech category, because it's like I say, the verdict, as far as I'm concerned, is done. So the only thing that needs to be talked about is that it's still happening and what to do about it.
The only thing that needs to be talked about is where to bury the fucking body. That is the only thing.
Not to try and open up a platform for people to try and validate it. No. There is no circumstance where that's okay, ever. Free speech or not, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I've come out recently as saying I'm no longer for free speech, because I don't want that opened up as a discussion.
I kind of want to know why P
don't
is
come
just
here
as
for
guilty
free
as him.
speech anymore, because if you're preaching paedophilia, or if you're saying it's okay, then your speech on this platform has come to an end. It's that simple.
So hang on, are you saying that you would joke about looking up naked babies on the internet, P? Are you saying that you would joke and say that it's another sexual orientation and that there's nothing wrong with it and it shouldn't be looked down at? Or would you say something even more serious than that and mean it not to be a joke?
No, so I'm 95% sure P is just trolling. Like, not what most people think of trolling. Like, he's doing what real trolling is. He's taking on the role of the character he's trying to portray at the moment. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that's the way, and that's the only reason he's still going on here at the moment.
Dan W said, if he had a big audience, is he an influencer? And yes, he is an influencer. And I think influencers do need to think about what they say. And influence shouldn't and can't have free speech.
And
they
this
can't.
But this is I'm not saying again that there aren't some particular jokes that I found funny when it comes down to paedophilia. What I'm saying is that wasn't a joke, what he did then. And there are certain ways of crossing the line when it comes to joking. It's that simple. And like Jed put, or somebody put earlier, it's when people are joking that it normalizes things. It might have even been Mick, actually.
Yeah, I tried to say it as well, but you didn't hear me.
But yeah, so again, like I say, it's I don't know. So I suppose it comes down to personal choice again, still, and what you want to surround yourself with.
I mean, I'd like to know how I have an evil spirit inside me, yet you're willing to joke about children being abused. I'd like to get VB up in here, because VB would have so many things to say, and you'd burn that bridge with what you're saying. When VB rewatches this, you better delete your comments, P, because VB will not be happy with you at all.
I don't think P gives a shit.
Well, maybe not, but he's quickly decimating all the platforms that will welcome him onto their shows, so he's squashing his own free speech there.
No, that's what you don't understand. That's what P wants. That's what P needs to continue his character. Like, he's kind of built up online. Like, he needs that victim. So if he's running out of places that are banning him because everyone's banned him, then he can no longer carry on with the victimhood. He can just keep repeating the same old people who've banned him. So he needs to get new people to ban him.
Vlad says violence is not free speech. No, it's not. And making violence seem okay isn't free speech as well, especially when it involves a child. You know.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell now he's gone into full trolling mode.
Yeah. Just it makes conversation
anyway
pointless.
I mean, can we kind of just put an end to that discussion?
Because for sure,
I think
it's just draining both of us.
Most of us can agree that I'm just and I can feel myself actually getting angry, and I don't want to get triggered because I've been drinking.
Oh God. I want to see that. I have tea. I harvested carrots today, just in case you guys wondered about my garden. And I had an aubergine that was like, not an aubergine, sorry, a courgette that was like this big. It was massive. It was like a big monster of a fella. It was like this wide and like this long, which is really long for a courgette. I loved it.
I've never paid attention to what a courgette looks like. So.
It's green and long. It looks like a cucumber.
Yeah, I know what they look like, but it's not like I walk along the supermarket and think, "Oh, look, lovely courgette there." No.
Well, yeah, because you eat weird. And my cat. I don't know if did I tell you about my cat last week?
You did say you had to call the vet, but that's it. I didn't get any more info than that.
Marrow and courgette are two different things. Just so you know, Tom. But my cat, she's got hypothyroidism, which I honestly just thought was not a real thing and just a fat girl thing. Do you know what I mean? I've got a polythyroid.
Yeah, no.
My thyroid
but the reason fat people say that is because it is a real condition, but it only affects like 1 or 2% of the population. It's ridiculously small. It's not even the population, the obese population. Like,
so she's got hypothyroidism, which basically is speeding up her metabolism system and killing her very, very slowly. So she's now on medication. It's the only thing to do. I've looked into holistic things to do, and there is literally nothing that I can do. So I have to give her medication. which I was the last thing. You guys know me that I don't like medication for myself, let alone for my animals, you know. But after extensive research online, the only kind of option is medication, which sucks. But she adores it. It's this little syringe that I give her, and she just licks it off the syringe like a lunatic. Or the other thing I can do is have this thing called radioactive iodine therapy, which basically means they'll inject radioactive iodine, zap her, and then it kills the tumor, because she's got a benign tumor in her thyroid, which is in her throat. You can feel your well, I can feel my thyroid glands.
Is there no way you could get more iodine into a diet? Would that not help?
No, actually, because iodine is bad for the tumor. You have to I've got to really balance out the iodine, because the more that goes in there, the bigger the tumor.
Iodine's okay.
Because it zaps the tumor.
And anyway, I thought all iodine was radioactive. I thought that was kind of one of its things, or is that?
It is, but they add radiation to it. So they put the iodine in, that the iodine goes to the tumor, and then they zap, and because the iodine's in the tumor, it's localized, and it gets rid of the tumor straight away. It's 99% effective, and if it doesn't work the first time, if she's in that 1%, then they do it again. I just have to keep her away from Freddie and pregnant women for like 4 weeks.
And only 4 weeks. All right.
Only 4 weeks. Yeah. Freddie's just not allowed to touch her. They can be like a meter apart, but it's a house. You know, it's easy to keep a meter apart.
Fucking
in the house.
more social distancing. You're going to traumatize the poor fucking cat, let alone Freddie. Like, I can't. The cat's coming at me. The cat! Fucking.
I'm still going to touch her. I won't care if she's slightly radioactive. I will still touch her. I mean, to be perfectly honest, it sounds like a great birth control plan. Like, she'll zap my ovaries, so just sit her on my lap for a few hours. Boom, there we go. No more childbearing years. But the only drawback after all that is it costs £2,200.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny you should join, Jay. You're kind of a bit late, unfortunately. You might have appreciated the conversation earlier. I mean, now you've come out as putting networkers as worse than paedophiles. I mean, that must be something.
What?
No, bit of a joke. He's kind of like banning, like he bans certain comments and stuff in his chat and deletes comments and stuff from networkers and that, but
he didn't delete that paedophile.
The whole paedophile thing is a-okay. Little dig, but yeah.
Hold on, Jamie. Keep climbing them ranks. But yeah, so £2,200 to make a radioactive cat.
Cat, yeah.
And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
I wouldn't, certainly for a cat, no way would I pay 2,000 anything. Like, okay, I wouldn't pay 2,000 cat hairs to get a cat hair irradiated. Like, I mean, sorry,
what about a dog? What about a dog? Would you pay that much for a dog?
No animal.
No. Oh, so my dad paid $7,500 for his dog. Like he tore his cruciate ligament in both legs.
See, but I'm kind of with Jamie on this, as I'm not like for pet ownership. It's an archaic idea now.
Oh yeah, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, we 100%.
Let's say back in the past when we used them when they were working animals and stuff. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, but
no, we shouldn't.
We don't need them
anymore.
anymore. No. So they are just being bred to be owned, and in a lot of cases discarded and abused.
Yeah. So I would only ever adopt from a shelter. Or that I will continue to have pets after my cats die. Only because I can't bear the thought of them being in a shelter. But I will never buy like a puppy or a kitten or anything. I'd never buy an animal. Like if a shelter needs like a £10 or a £20 kind of goodwill gesture to prove that you want to be a good owner.
Oh,
yeah,
it was more than that, because when I was in the family home, we did a rescue dog from Gables rescue centre just up the road. It was a local one, and we had to pay basically for him to be chipped, and there was a few other things as well, but it basically ended up coming around to about 160 quid. So it was quite a lot of money. Like, I mean, and
but I'd do that. I just wouldn't buy it from a breeder ever, because we don't need pets. Why are we entrapping and enslaving these animals? I mean, all my cats are free to leave.
It's the other way around as well, that they enslave you as well if you want to be a good pet owner. Because if you're not a good, if you're not enslaved by that animal and doing everything that animal needs, then you're not technically really a good pet owner.
No, I agree.
And pets do need a lot more than modern life allows us to give them, and it would stop you going on a holiday for like 18 years and that kind of thing, because most people don't now have the kind of social community where they can leave pets with friends and stuff, and most family have got other things that they've got to be doing and stuff, so it's hard to find people to look after or come in and look after your animals.
Oh yeah, no, I still have that. Yeah, no, we still have the whole leave your key with your friend and they'll come and feed the cats.
Again,
stuff, but
it's more something I hear from people than have experienced
for
myself.
For sure, that's one of the reasons my dad, he won't go abroad anymore because he can't take the dog. And he'll only go to like dog friendly hotels and caravans, which is great that they offer that, but you can't really do that with cats. Especially not my cats. My cats are just like, nope, I'm going.
Although to be fair, I mean, cats own you more than you owning cats, to be fair.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, most cats can still fend for themselves, like, unless they have been like kept indoor from like birth and stuff. Most cats still have those instincts.
Yeah.
So yeah, cats in reality they're not so much pets because they're so free. Like, you could probably go on holiday for 2 weeks and your cat would survive.
Oh, 100%.
I wouldn't suggest it. I'm not suggesting that. Like, please don't go and do that. But it probably would. Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%. Like the Cola, the poorly one, she's set up next to my normal chair at the moment in a little bed that I made her just down there. She's down stroking her now. But I've actually taken her collar off. So we have a magnetic cat flap. So all the collars on the cats have magnets on them. You know where a collar is. I don't know why I'm doing that.
Where's the thyroid on a cat? Is it where this collar hangs by any chance? Because
it's not because of that. I asked the vet.
Well,
no.
Yeah, all right. It's very far. Yeah, I'm sure the vet's done all the scientific studies on this, and if there's even scientific studies done on it and stuff, because this is something magnetism does affect biological
hormone
systems.
Balance. Yeah, so, no, for sure.
No, just like I can't say how. I just know it does. This is
it was kind of better than the foxes and the other cats that were getting into the house and attacking the girls. So that's the kind of decision that we made to get the magnetic cat flap. But I've taken her collar off her at the moment, so she is kind of housebound. She goes outside in the day, but at night time she's not supposed to go out. But she's cheeky and she knows that if she puts her claws under the cat flap and lifts it up, she can get out and escape.
Yeah, it's not that. See, my mum's got 3 cats now because one of them died a while back.
Yeah.
But they have the option of going out, like with the kitchen windows left open overnight, so they can go out, but they don't. They come in at night and they just settle in their respective areas, and that's it till the morning. So,
the one cat, she won't. I don't know why I'm looking around because she won't be in. You know, the really loud one. The really noisy one that I have a conversation with. She's such an she'll be outside until like 5 o'clock in the morning because I'll hear her. She'll just be outside screaming at the moon. You know, she'll just be outside shouting at the world. Yeah, she does. She doesn't. She pulls her out face when it's raining as well. She'll just sit by the back door. Look, why? She doesn't like the rain.
Yeah, my cats. They're kind of, not mine. Sorry, my mum's cats. They don't seem too fussed, but because they come in wet all the time, so they must like be out in the wet. Is what I'm saying. Basically, they So I can't say they're particularly averse to going out in the rain.
I mean, she'll go out in it, but she won't sit out in it. Like she'd sit outside all day. But if it's raining, she'll be out for a little bit, and then she'll be like, right, I've had enough of that, and she'll just sit by the back door.
Yeah. I mean, one of my mom's cats actually is the birds are so, they know she's so old and useless and can't move that they're quite happy. Like even if she sat at the bottom of the bird feeder, they're quite happy to go up and feed and stuff. Like any of the other two cats go over there and they're gone.
You sense it.
Yeah.
Do you want to drop the link?
Oh yeah, I can drop the link.
See if anybody wants to pop on.
Yeah, stop talking about cats. God's sake, what has this stream come to?
You
need a bit of decontamination after that. So
we did, yeah. We needed just a little, a little floof moment, like at the end of the news. Do cats have some parasites that go in your brain? Yeah, in their poop.
If you've watched Train Spotting, then yeah, one of the main characters actually dies because of that. I can't remember what it's, toxic something or other, blah blah blah. It's a long word.
Yeah.
And it's they got something in their feces, and it causes brain tumors and all sorts. And that's what he dies of in Train Spotting anyway.
Actually, a third of the population have that.
Oh,
from exposure to cats, a third of the population have that. It usually comes. Dan was googling it because we'd had like a cold for ages. Both of us were like coughing and like, for COVID. Ages, and we were like, "Huh? Triggered?
COVID."
Oh, I thought you said triggered. I was like, "What?" But both of us were like that for ages. So Dan googled it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I found out what this is. It's toxic something, and like a third of the population has it." And I was like, "Oh, all right then, sure." But you don't always come out in those.
Stick their asses in your face because they're dirty bastards.
They do. They're little shit.
And that's what they do. That's what all cats do. They jump up on your lap and they immediately turn around and try and shove their ass in your face.
Butt in face, yeah. Butt in face. I mean, could you imagine if humans did that? Men would have a great time. You men would love it. Perverts. Oh my god!
I got lost. I got lost in that thought for a second. I do apologise.
The butts in your face. But Dan's butt in your face.
Female butts.
Okay, there we go then. That's better. Female butts. Female buttocks.
Well, apparently, isn't it? The love heart is modelled on a female bending over.
It is, yeah.
So apparently, but again, there is. It's not. That's not like solid. Like everyone agrees on that. All historians. Apparently, there is some controversy over it. Yeah.
Dan said, "Don't go to the doctors or the vets, and you're fine." I mean, yeah, sure.
Not technically true, but
don't usually go to the doctors because they're usually wrong or stupid. But when it's your cat, you kind of. It's such a difficult decision because you're essentially paying the people who make money off keeping your cat sick money, So it's really difficult to know whether to trust if they're doing the right thing, which is why when I take my cat to the vet, which they don't usually go to, like the cat that's sick at the moment, she is 14 in October and hasn't been to the vet since she was done. Because I had her done because she goes outside and I think it's responsible. So I haven't taken her to the vet since then. And when I took her to the vet, I did so much research online because how can I trust that? Small waist.
Eh?
What?
You said small waist.
I didn't. Dan did. Dan W did. Small waist.
Oh, there we go. It's popped up now. Yeah.
I think. Does he mean the heart butt? Is that what you mean? Is the heart butt a small waist? The heart. Yeah. Okay. There we go. The heart. I'm sad none of you want to join us. Miserable. Absolutely miserable. How
No, to
dare
be
you?
fair, it's kind of good. Like I said, I've been quite active this week, so that's the reason I had a drink tonight, because I thought it might relax, because it's a muscle relaxant, and I thought it might help to chill me a bit. And it's not. I'm in quite a bit of pain, so if nobody joins, it's cool. We can shut down soon and have a nice short one, and you can get back to Warface.
That sounds great to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had something else that I wanted to talk about, and it's completely gone out my head. It always happens, and I always say to myself, "You don't need to write it down because you'll remember."
Yeah.
Oh no, I remembered.
Oh, there you go.
I remembered. I need to get the webpage up though. I didn't do that. Hang on.
You see, I've been doing I can't even say I've been doing any research for a while now, because I haven't. I've been watching videos on YouTube and stuff, but I haven't even been doing a lot of that recently. So it's, yeah. I'm glad in a way you sent that video, because it gave me something to talk about, but at the same time,
it's on the back of this.
That's something I could have done without.
It's actually on the back of this. And I don't know if we want to do an actual episode on this. But it's about Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh yeah, of course.
She got arrested.
Brought that up. She got arrested. Of course, I've heard that. Yeah, and apparently she's ready to talk as well. So,
which is fucking awesome. But what I did want to say about this was, whilst it's great that she has been arrested, American authorities want to bring Prince Andrew in for questioning, and our legal system is blocking that. How can that be possible?
The legal system that swears allegiance to the Queen is making it difficult.
Funny that, yeah.
Oh my god!
Funny that, but how?
Fucking hell!
I just expect better, and we've been through this before. I need to lower my expectations a lot. I really do need to lower my expectations. I don't see how that's possible. It's shocking. Like, you hang out with a known convicted paedophile. His girlfriend has just been arrested and wants to talk. Why is he not being arrested? I don't because you can't make this shit up.
Yeah, well, right. My understanding is the reason he's not being arrested by UK police because this is an American issue, and this is obviously why the UK English system is now allowed to block it. We're in a position to block it because it's an American legal issue. I'm not sure why it's an American legal issue when this stuff took place. A lot of it in London.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where they had the big that's where Ghislaine Maxwell had a big house and shit. So, and I'm sure there's other properties.
Yeah, because she's French.
I'm not sure, but she is the daughter of a billionaire, and dad got killed, and I think, was he a spy or something?
I'm not sure, but she is an Oxford educated
media.
She is an Oxford educated socialite with ties to Epstein.
There's a lot of people saying she was like the power behind Epstein. She was like, he was just the face. She was the brains, basically. She was the guts of the operation. So
yeah,
I'm sure she will shift it all over to Epstein now he's dead and can't counteract that. But it will always be a question on my mind whether it ever gets answered or not. It was
I wonder if she'll end up dead.
I can't see him suiciding her, but I can certainly see an accident happening, or heart attack, or it's something health related. It got too much for her. She ended up having a heart attack, kind of thing. Because we all know there are many drugs they can use now to induce a heart attack, and it will have absolutely no
toxicology screening.
Toxicology, yeah.
But yeah, Dan W said some people are untouchable, and they really fucking are. And this is the thing: if this was your average Joe, they'd have been shipped to America for processing, you know. But because he he is a British icon and part of the royal family. It's just not going to happen. Oh, they're saying she has COVID. Of course she does. She's going to die from COVID. There you go, lads. There's not enough ventilators for the socialite madame. Therefore, she's going to die. Or they're going to put her on a ventilator and the ventilator will kill her. But yeah, there we go. You heard it here first. Maxwell is dying of COVID. There you go, lads. Did Tom Hanks, the other paedophile, did he die of COVID yet? Does anybody know?
No, he didn't, did he?
No, he didn't die of COVID, but it seems like all of them are dying.
Rib said don't go slandering Tom Hanks' name.
But it's not slander. Read a book, Rib. But I kind of want to watch the Epstein Netflix thing, and have a redo over the Epstein case.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Not. I was gonna say maybe not this week coming, or maybe this. I don't know. We'll see. If both of us can get prepared by then yeah, we'll schedule that and put it up.
Well, like I say, it will just come down to watching that Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
See what they've got to say and comments on that. Because, like I said, I've given up looking for the truth in all this, if you know what I mean. Because we're only fed stuff. We're like, and as I've said the past few months now, like, I mean, all the information I hear from anyone now is all come from Shills, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like, where this authentic information is coming. And again, all right, yeah, the Shields do put out plenty of authentic information. I'm not saying it's not authentic information. It's just, where do you draw a line between the information and the misinformation, and how do you know, and who can you trust and stuff? So yeah, everything to me now is so either down to the facts or what is supposed to be known, or what I feel. So, and feelings don't never trump facts. Don't, just because I use them, don't ever think like they trump facts. But yeah.
Dan W said she could say anything, like Trump was hanging out at Epstein's. The thing is that that's a very possible allegation that she could make, because there are quite a few video clips of Trump and Epstein together. The problem is that could be sinister, but that could also be two businessmen. We don't know, unless
at that level there's no difference really. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, but
there's not, but there could be. I mean, if there's a video of him on Lolita Express, boom, we know what that is. We know what that means, you know, because there's a video of Prince Andrew on there.
Yeah, and that's kind of a good point with the election year and stuff, and the Liberals chucking everything they can at Trump. This would be a great time to connect him to Epstein, and in a big way, and she could do that, and definitely 100% destroy Trump's chance.
But if she does, and it's not true, she needs to go away. She needs to get more years on top of what she's going to get for that as well, because there's that whole thing where a woman lies and pretends she's been raped and nothing happens to her. Why does nothing happen? You've just completely destroyed this poor man's life. Why has nothing happened to you? So the same thing should happen to her. You know, if she makes that allegation, and if those allegations aren't true, then, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, how would it ever be proved? This is the thing.
I think for me, the proof would be him being on the Lolita Express, because I personally don't think there's any reason to be on the Lolita Express. Not when you're a billionaire and you can take your own jet, you know.
Oh no, it's like I suppose it could be. I will take your jet this time, take my jet next time. No, I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying there are reasons.
That's great, Dagan. That's what's happening in Spanish law. That's awesome. It should happen. There was the woman who...
Oh, right, yeah. Well, it's in English law as well. So
but nothing happens.
nothing really happens from it a lot, but it's there.
Oh, what was that girl's name? Hang on. Hang on, let me get it up. No, I don't want notifications. Fuck off. Okay. Was it Brazil? I thought it was England. There was a woman who accused a man. Yeah, it was this one. So a woman accused a footballer, of rape. And it turned out that he hadn't raped her. And she did get put away for fraud, but it's not telling me how long she was put away for.
Or how long she served, I imagine.
Or, well, it was last year or the year before, so. But yeah, he completely lost his career, lost his fans, lost his wife. And she doesn't really see any repercussions, especially not on the scale that he saw. You know, you have to take in the massive loss of earnings with a footballer as well. Yes, they get far too much money, but I'd rather the money went to the footballer.
They don't get too much money. This is the thing. They get not enough money compared to what's pumped into that industry, unfortunately.
That's exactly what I was getting at. Like compared to the rest of the world, I mean, it's the same with billionaires, so it's really difficult to say.
It's the same with any company. It's the same with any company. The bottom people, the people that actually do the work, are the ones that get paid the least. So it's not just footballers. It's factory workers. It's bloody supermarket workers. It's sweet streepers. Everyone who's doing the work.
Definitely. Handman.
What's up?
What's going on, guys?
Everything's not down.
How do I sound?
Sound good. You got a new mic?
Yeah, I got this.
Oh, you got the white version of mine?
Yeah, so
it's literally exactly the same except mine.
I like my little one better. Just that little small one.
Oh, yeah, except mine is black.
I like this one better. This one sounds way better. I did some tests on it, and this kicks ass over this one. I only paid $5 for this, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll try it and see."
Oh, you got yours even better than mine, then. Even a better deal than mine.
Yeah.
You see how red I am? You know how red I am.
This is mine.
That's all that time on the beach, man. You're lucky we've had shit weather here.
We have. It's been garbage.
Oh, it's been sunny. It was sunny. It was cloudy. It was rainy. It was thunderstorm. I didn't have a protector for my phone. Otherwise, I would have stayed out there and recorded some of it. But
you can do StreamYard on your phone now without having to go through the fuckery anymore. It lets you do it just normally. You can just go into StreamYard.
Oh, really?
Just stream now.
Cool. I noticed you can add 10 people too. I got a notification that said you can add 10 people now. That's gonna be crazy to see 10 people, 5 and 5 instead of 3 and 3.
Yeah, it would be a sight to behold. But
my face will be
I get overwhelmed in those kind of hangouts. It can be too much. I think 6 is a good limit. I really do. I think that's
Well, I think
my ego won't be able to cope with that.
Yeah.
The problem with Hangouts was that it would cut people off. Like we're over talking each other. We can still hear each other talking. It doesn't skip. I was having a confusion with the pictures changing like on Hangouts. Here we're all there, and you can kind of see who's talking. Everybody talking. So it's a little bit different. I mean, it's still going to be pretty overwhelming. But that was the problem with Hangouts is they would cut off one person and the other person would override it.
Yeah.
Instead of just over talking each other like we do here. I mean, by accident, and that happens. So
it's not always by accident.
What's that?
It's not always by accident.
On my part, it is.
Yeah.
I try not to do that.
It's like sometimes I've just got to say something, so it doesn't matter what somebody else is saying. If I don't start saying it, I know I'll lose it. So, yeah.
And let's be honest, we're all interrupted by Dan, so
Yeah.
You're right.
We're all interrupted by Dan.
Oh. Yeah, I did like 6 streams this weekend.
Yeah, I got one of them.
You guys are fuckers.
I've been busy. This is I'm not just
every one of you fuck bags.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pick a day, Vlad, and I'll be there.
Don't get me wrong. I haven't watched today's ones, but I have rewatched. But I've only managed to get to one of them live. That's so because like I've just been doing other shit. So mainly teaching myself OBS and Paint, and I've kind of started with Blender now. But that is something else.
What is it?
Blender.
Blender. I don't know what that is.
It's a open source. I don't know how to explain it really.
It's Grinder for old people.
Everything. Huh?
I don't know what Grinder is.
Oh, damn.
But anyway, it's a 3D modeling program basically. That's what I'm using it for. Well, once I've figured out how to do it, I want to get a 3D logo going that I can have spinning, basically. So
Grinder is
streaming. I can cover up that powered by StreamYard with a logo of some sort. Go on, Kate.
Grinder is Tinder for the gays.
Oh, see, I don't know anything about that. I've never even been on use Tinder.
That's why I said, is it Grinder for the old people?
Blender. Yeah, I suppose it's along those lines, isn't it? But yeah, no, it's an open source software that allows you to do many things.
I use Filmora. That's what I use.
That's more for like logos and
Filmora is for editing.
And editing is it? Yeah. No, I mean, I think Blender can be used for editing. I'm not sure, but that's not what I downloaded it for.
And
I mainly downloaded it as a preemptive thing for when I get a 3D printer, because I want to start using the sculpting on it to be able to make my designs and stuff. But I'm actually starting to use it now, or starting to try and learn to use it to make a logo, because you're not starting with anyone else's stuff and changing it. You're literally doing it all.
I have a similar one on my phone that I use to make the thumbnails for my YouTube, but there's also animation edits that you can make as well, which is pretty cool. You can turn your own pictures into animations and edit them, which I quite like the fact that it's on my phone. I find it a lot easier than on the computer, because I just find it easier to do things on my phone, except for editing. Editing is impossible on the phone. I don't understand how people edit on a phone. Like, not a chance. No way in hell can I edit on a phone.
Because all the thumb sliders and stuff, you could never get it where you want it.
Yeah,
I tried that. I was like, fuck this. I got all this shit on my laptop. I ain't going to try on the phone.
Yeah. Dan W said 3D printing dildos would be good. Would they sell? Definitely.
That's not come up on my screen. That must have been blocked somehow. I think it's probably one of those you need to be on live chat or something. Or you is it on your StreamYard?
I don't know. I'm on the YouTube watch page. But yeah, let's sell dildos with 1 versus 1 me on them. Or I could make a cucumber shaped one.
Although I suppose.
Yes, is what the women will say.
It's a lightsaber. It's a lightsaber before you go saying anything, guys.
I know it's a lightsaber.
It just barely went through on my side. The 3D printing dildos. That part, they just showed up right now.
No, I can't even see. All I can see is. Oh, yes, I can now. Yes.
See?
Boom.
That's weird. Huh?
I don't know whether I'd be able to sell them, but yeah, I'm sure 3D printed dildos would sell if you. Well, basically, if you made the mold with the 3D printer, so you printed out a thing to make a mold from, and then you wouldn't want to use resin. You'd want to, I don't know, probably use silicone, to be fair. So it's like rigid, but not too rigid. I don't know. I don't know. I've never made a sex toy before.
What's wrong with? Hang on. What's wrong with the resin?
It's solid.
So?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, this is a thing. There are glass dildos and stuff. So yeah,
There's
resin.
metal ones as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, fair enough. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I could make resin dildos. No.
I'm pretty sure there
But those
are.
are vibrators, right? Aren't those vibrators, and dildos are the soft ones?
Well, dildos are the ones that don't vibrate, and vibrators are the ones that do vibrate. Yeah. So,
And they could both be dick shaped. And they could both be made out of silicone.
Well, anything,
yeah.
yeah.
Both be squishy or hard.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't advise 3D printing one and using it, because 3D printers leave like raw edges and all that kind of stuff. So you'd have to
buff it out.
You have to sit there and buff your dildo out for a while first, smooth it off. Like,
or make it ribbed. Make it ribbed.
You're ribbed for your pleasure.
Dan W said, I'd imagine it would be expensive, and then said, your mum will see them. Anyone been to the pub? I don't really drink, so I've not been myself. No, I didn't go to the pub.
Don't plan on going to the pub. Never went to the pub before the lockdown, so.
We suppose, very rarely.
Yeah, if I was to go out to the pub next, it would probably be for some sort of celebration, like of some sort. Like, that'd be the only reason I could see myself going to a pub. And not one I
definitely
initiated either, one that I'd been invited to. So.
Yeah. Same. 9 times out of 10, I'd rather stay at home.
Oh, 10 times out of 10, I'd rather stay at home. Whether so.
Well, it depends on the event, really. You know, it depends on who and why and where. Because there's some places I just won't go.
No, the trouble is, I know that when I'm there, all I'll be thinking is, I want to go home and have a bong. So I've destroyed my enjoyment of going outside because I got addicted to that thing. So yeah.
See, Solihull just smells like weed. So
it doesn't matter the smell. It doesn't matter. I need a bong. I don't need to smell it.
No. I don't mean that. I mean that like everybody in Solihull is just walking down the street with a joint in their hand. So
yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not.
Sorry, Mom.
I used to have a saying back in the day: if you're not bonging it, there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
I have a trademark. Don't steal it. If you do use it, have my name after it.
3D printed bong. There you go.
Yeah.
With a dragon.
They gotta be glass though, all glass.
Yeah, see, I've plastic. Mine's always those like cheap Indian plastic ones. So.
I don't have one. We used to just get a Coke bottle and burn.
I've had all sorts. I mean, literally, buoys from like that you see attached to boats. Like I've made one out of one of them. I've made one out of Jack Daniel's bottles and Southern Comfort bottles.
Yeah, that's what we used to just get a plastic bottle.
Oh, any kind of plastic bottle, kind of like just as long as you've got downpipe and stuff. Anyway, in that. But, trying to think of some of the weird things we've made out, because we really have made some weird ones in the past, but nothing is coming to me right now. No, because we have to come up with designs that we could take apart and put in bags and stuff, like nice and easy that you could hide away. And because not everyone's parents was as liberal as mine, so they need.
See, we weren't at people's houses. It would just be down the canal. You finished your vodka. You'd empty right. You get a 2-litre bottle of Coke. You'd empty half of that bottle of Coke and fill it up with vodka. Then once that has gone, that's when you make that bottle into a bong. That's how it would work. That's what would happen.
Yeah, that was certainly the most often. Yeah, it was just a quick plastic bottle downpipe. Like we used to like have straights, cigarettes, the non-hand rolled ones we call them
straights. Yeah.
So you'd literally take a few tokes of that, or if somebody was smoking one anyway, you'd wait for them to get to the end, and then you'd poke that through, and that's the perfect size to put your downpipe in and leave a nice tight seal on it, so you're not getting loads of air in. And that was certainly the most common type we used to use back then, but there was all sorts of weird designs and stuff as well. So
yeah, just a bottle. just a bowl.
It was kind of a thing for everyone to make their own at one point, and that's when I got into making them from like Jack Daniel's bottles and Southern Comfort bottles and anything like that, because it was just like a status thing. How many bongs have you got? What bottle have you managed to get one? Like,
sure. Dan W said 3D printing dildos. If the cost was too great, you might have to sacrifice thickness for profitability. And then followed up with, he's going to get banned. Don't know by who, not by us. Dagan says, a jar makes a good bong with a piece of thick bamboo.
So to me, you really can't beat a shop bought one, like for longevity and ease.
I always liked using a steamroller.
A steamroller?
Yeah, it's a piece of glass. It's like a tube glass, but on one end it has a bowl that's on top, and then you put your hand on one end, and then you smoke it, and you let it go, and it all that. It's like the whole. And they come in different sizes. I mean, I had one that's about that big around, it's just dry smoke. That's why it's been forever since I used one of those, but
So it was kind of like hot knives, was it?
Huh?
Kind of like hot knives, you know, when you break the end of a bottle and heat a knife up and stick your thing on and. Never done hot knives? Oh my god, you've never done hot knives.
Look it up. Look up what a steamroller is. You'll see it.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Steamroller pipe, and you'll see.
Oh no, Jed, we didn't ever used to call that the lung. That was called a dry bucket. Yeah, that was called a dry bucket in my days. Yeah, because basically what you did, you stuff the bag up in the bottle, stuff it right up in there.
It's called bucket bong.
Yeah, you'd put your cone or whatever you was keeping on top to keep your material there. You'd light it and like pull the bag out, which would draw the smoke, and then obviously you push it back up and it'd give you a hell of a hit. But yeah, then of course you had the water version, which you'd cut the bottom off a bottle and sink it into water and put your stuff on top and slowly draw it up. Yeah, and that was your bucket dunks. So.
Did I tell you, D? I don't think Cakes was around then. And maybe I mean you, D. I remember I was telling Jed and everybody that I was in Phoenix a number of years ago, and I was going by this elementary school, and then I seen this potato there, and I was like, "What the hell's a fucking potato sitting on it?" It was like on a brick wall. I went over there, and there's a fucking socket inside of it, and I looked at it even more. And there was a fucking weed inside there. I took a picture of it. I just let it sit there. I was like, whoever put it there probably still wants it. But I went to take a picture, and I found that picture a couple of weeks ago. I forgot to post that, but I was going to tell Jed, I think it was Jed and VB and everybody about that probably about 6 months ago. I was talking about that, and I finally found that fucking picture. I got thousands and thousands of pictures and videos and stuff, and I finally found that picture. It's so funny. I'm like, oh my god, it's exactly like I described: a potato with a socket jammed in it and weed inside of it.
Yeah, it's a legit way. I've certainly smoked. Actually, I can't say I've smoked a potato one. I've smoked like an apple pie.
Oh yeah, I remember that. The first time I ever smoked skunk weed was with apple.
Yeah,
one of my cousins insisted on doing it.
It does, because you get the appley kind of.
Oh yeah.
Taste
and
from
eat
it.
the apple afterwards, and you're good to go.
It just reminded me. I don't know whether I've said this already, but yeah, I deleted everything from my P900 the other day by accident.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Everything.
You didn't back it up?
Well, some of it's been backed up. Like some bits I've taken off and put on my phone and then put on the. But I thought I'd put on the computer, but I haven't. So whatever isn't on my phone now is lost, basically. And I didn't put a lot on my phone. But I mean, I'm just so glad I at least managed to put a few decent ones on there. But yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah. It does, because there were so many as well. I mean, years worth of stuff.
Yeah, that's why I was back. I had triple back things up, because over the years I've lost like all my design work. I used to do freelance work for a new freelance graphic design. I lost so much of that shit. I had a hard drive, and the hard drive died, and I fucking could not. I tried everything I could to fucking get that thing, and it just would not. I couldn't get anything off of it. That's when I started triple backing things up. Because I can't lose this. I can't lose any more stuff. It's just terrible.
You know, I did used to like back everything up on an old laptop, but once I lost, like, that got taken away when I lost my car and stuff when I got pulled over.
Oh fuck!
And, so yeah, and after that, I like I say, I just started putting a few things that I really wanted on my phone, and I didn't back everything up. And it was only right. What I was doing, I was taking pictures of the birds on the bird feeder. And on the P900 in bird watching mode, you can do a burst shot. So when you keep it down, then it will take like up to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So I did it. It was just wrong. It didn't look right. So I deleted it, and it said, "Do you want to delete all images?" So I just put yes, delete all images.
Oh.
Wait, okay, so
I thought it just meant all the burst shot images.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about.
Honestly, I was almost sick. I was almost fucking sick.
So then on a card, you might be able to get the memory card and do a the undelete apps you have, put it in the laptop, and then you might be able to say find it that way.
Well, I haven't got a laptop anymore. What I'd have to do is get a card reader, maybe.
Yeah, card reader.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Yeah, well, it's all on the card. One of those little fucking tiny little cards, you know, the little.
Yes, the micro.
Well, you know, anyone who's got P900 knows what you use, anyways.
Yeah, it's a micro SD. Yeah, just go ahead. You get a card reader, and you might be able, if you get the right one. I can't tell you right offhand, but there's a few of them out there. You can recover some files. You might be able to recover.
I might even give that a try.
Have you done anything with it since? It usually works better if you haven't touched it since. So it does if you've otherwise overwrite stuff.
Yeah, I've carried on using it since.
Okay, you still might be able to do it. So try it. At least try it.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll definitely. Once I got some money, give that a try.
I've recovered some stuff like that.
Might get to borrow a card reader actually. But, I mean, to be fair, again, I mean, at the same time, it's a lot of this stuff. I was never going to look at it again anyway. It's not like I'm always sat there going through all my pictures on my P900. It was just nice to know they were there.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, if it's like that, then
private chat. Yes, of course we can. How do I get it right there? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we're going to call it.
Cool.
Like I say, to be fair, I was saying half
You're
an
in
hour
pain.
Ago, I was in pain anyways. So yeah, I'm quite happy to call it. Vlad, thanks for jumping on. I know we didn't get into things today, but like I say, if my body adjusts, I will start going to live more. But I don't want to like just sit there and be going. So yeah, I'll sort something out. And
was that an imitation? Was that an imitation of someone?
What? Me sat there going.
I think Vlad gets it.
I'm lost. I'm sorry.
I'll text you.
It's so obvious. Come on.
It's an impression of somebody.
Who though?
Oh my fucking gee.
The fuck do you mean? Who? What the fuck do you mean?
You're gonna have to mess with me. I don't know anybody that goes there. So, I'm sorry.
That's what you did. That's what we did a second ago. You didn't do that a second ago.
Oh, what did I do a second ago?
I typed it. You went, and I typed it. I typed it in the private chat.
Oh, okay.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
I'm glad you got it, Vlad.
Certainly didn't mean to. And
yeah, I knew automatically. It's my first.
All right, guys.
I've been drinking, but yeah, no, guys. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. Any final thoughts, Vlad? That you did you want to come on and say anything desperately, or
just everybody needs to check out my fucking live streams, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, I keep going there.
Oh my god, I'm doing actually out on location. This is at a beach, a couple beaches actually. So check them out.
And it is just me when I go to your live chats, because I was there at the beginning when I was still sitting around in bed. I was there at everybody live chats like that. I was the only one chatting. Like, it was crazy. No one seems to go there, and it's like, come on, guys, where are you? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get over to Flads. Make sure you've clicked that fucking bell. You got no.
I gotta go through all. I gotta go through that every fucking time.
Yeah,
people do that, huh? I'm like, okay, we get it. Hit the fucking bell. Everybody knows that, don't they? Apparently not. All right, thanks for letting me join or jump on.
Thanks for coming on, Vlad.
That's cool, Vlad, man. Like I say, any time, man.
Awesome.
All right, I'm gonna jump off.
Oh,
okay.
all right then. But I was good. Anything you want to say there, Vlad?
No, not really. It's Vlad's channel. Vlad, type in the chat for us there, mate. People can't click on him anyway.
Oh yeah, we can't. Right, let me find Vlad's channel quick.
I don't particularly have any final thoughts, if I'm honest, because I said everything. I said my piece. Okay.
Oh, Vlad, one more subscriber, and you are Illuminati confirmed.
If you're a paedophile, we'll shoot you.
Oh no, dickhead! Sorry, I literally just copied what I just typed into the chat bar instead of the URL. I told you I've been drinking.
Auditioning for a new co-host. You'll have to put up
Go
with
and
this
watch
face.
Vlad live streams. Yeah, he does some awesome drives where he's just out driving in Alabama and he's been off to beaches and stuff. Yeah, I think he's Mobile, Alabama. Oh,
Alabama.
P, mate, we're going now. P, I can see you there in the back chat. Sorry, mate, but we're leaving now. Yeah, we're leaving now.
I just wanted to say goodbye. Like, you can see how beautiful I am.
Go on, a bit closer to the camera. Let's see the skin. Oh no, you got that big fucking. You got a fucking cyclops eye. Fucking hell!
I was trying to open up my third eye.
You missed.
Anyways.
Cheers, P.
Bye.
Bye.
Cool. Yeah. So thank you everybody who came out today. Thanks for Vlad and I guess P. For jumping on the panel.
Your homework for this week is to go over to that link that I've just put in the chat and check out Vlad's live streams, and come back next week. And I expect a 100-word essay from each and every one of you.
You fuck off. I ain't got time for that, motherfucker.
Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Quit your jibber jabber. Cool. So yeah. Thanks.
Go on. Sorry.
What? I was just going to say thank you.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just saying thank you. Unless you don't want me to thank the people.
No, they don't deserve it.
Oh, sorry.
Only a few of them do. Only Vlad, Dagan, Jed, Dan
W.
Jamie. Even though all he's really done is say hello. Chris. Mick said a couple of things. Tom. P Mars has been active. So you guys rock. The rest of you, learn how to type. But no, we appreciate you, of course. We do. I'm having a joke.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Have an awesome week, and we will see you next Sunday at 10 o'clock. That is all.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.